release later on as well. So they can attach that and whatever images we have to the whatever y'all get.
Everybody rolling? Okay.
Take your personal message.
Sergeant Raul, R-A-U-L, last name Granados, Granados, with the Media Relations Office, and a public information officer with the Pasadena Police Department. At approximately 5:49 this morning, our dispatch received a call of a suspicious male here at the apartment complex, uh, stating that there was a subject who was acting suspiciously near a makeshift memorial that had been set up by people here at the apartment complex. Our officers arrived on scene within about 10 minutes to investigate, and our officer, upon contacting the male went behind a car, retrieved a shotgun, and committed suicide in front of our officer. It was determined that this male was Juan Carlos Mata, who was the only suspect in the homicide of the 19-year-old female from Monday. Uh, our officers arrived on scene. Other officers arrived on scene and contacted our detective division, who came out here. This was really, it's not the end of the investigation. The investigation is still ongoing. However, our detectives have been working to try to locate Juan Carlos Mata by searching fields nearby. We put out his picture to the public, hoping that somebody would give us information. We weren't able to obtain any information. We just know that he showed up back at the scene, and this is what we found this morning.
Missing for 2 days and came back.
Yes.
Do you have any idea where he was this time?
No, we were in contact with his family. He didn't have his phone with him, so we were unable to locate him via any other means. We just know he was somewhere in the area, somewhere around here, and then this morning he showed back up at the memorial. We don't know how long he was here either. We just know that an alert citizen called of someone acting suspiciously, and that's when we arrived here on scene.
When he was missing, was the apartment complex on lockdown? Were the police here kind of just checking out things?
From the time the murder happened, our officers had been checking the fields, checking the area, increased patrols in the area, of course, but you know we didn't know where he was at or what he was doing.
And so it was his gun that he shot himself with?
We believe it was the same weapon style that was used, so it could be the same one. But our detectives are going to confirm that once they do ballistics.
Do we think it was the same one he used to shoot his ex-girlfriend?
It could be, yes.
Also, how many officers do the call?
One officer.
Just one officer.
Yes, one officer, and we had backup officers arrive almost immediately and just secure the scene.
What was the news? What was, I guess, the family's reaction? You all broke the news to them that he was found.
I have not spoken to the family. Our detectives are in the process of contacting everyone involved, the victim's family and, of course, his family as well, who are now going through a loss themselves.
Is it the outcome you guys were hoping for? Or?
Absolutely not. I mean, you always want to at least have a chance to speak to an offender to see what happened, what led to the murder, but we were hoping for him to turn himself in.
Any background on why he shot her?
No, we just know that he was out here. They were involved in a disturbance, and we know that she was for about a month broke up with him, was trying to stay away from him, and no exact motive of what.
We were told she was being followed. Is that something you all were tracking, or was that reported to police?
That she was being followed, I don't know that
By
for a
him?
fact.
Okay.
Sorry, is it odd when something like that happens that they would come back to the place where things happen?
I haven't seen this personally. This is technically a murder-suicide, but with a 2-day, period in between. We know that a lot of times people do come back to the scene, but typically not to commit suicide 2 days later.
Not this early.
Not just, right, or, right.
I mean, I guess the people that saw him, did they explain was it morning on the
There had to be something that caught their eye to make it suspicious, but our investigators are going to be talking to the caller or anybody else that may have seen it, because there was had to be something odd, because we know that there had been other people out here at the makeshift memorial. So for him to stand out, and the fact that he was a male and matching the age description. That's probably why they thought it was important to let the authorities know.
What happens now? I mean, closed, right?
Well, the search for the suspect is closed, obviously, but there's still some more investigation that needs to be done. Again, we have ballistics to do on the weapon, and also interview as many people as possible to try to find a motive to give the family closure. But it doesn't certainly make it any easier for any of the families involved. It makes it safer for our community because we know there's not a subject out there with a weapon that could become a danger not just to the community but to officers also who contact them. So that's the only part that makes it easier. But the families that are involved in this, it's very tragic, especially the victim's family.
Did neighbors express relief that this is over? We're talking 2 days of a killer on the loose.
Right. There has to be some sense of relief that, again, that he's not out there, that could potentially hurt somebody else, or in the process of hurting himself, hurt others. Sí, claro, efectivamente. Hoy a las 5:49 recibimos una llamada a nuestro centro de despacho de que a un joven sospechoso se encontraba en la escena donde sucedió el homicidio del lunes por la noche. Nuestro primer oficial llegó minutos después y vio al sospechoso, y cuando el sospechoso vio al oficial se fue atrás de un vehículo, sacó una escopeta y se suicidó enfrente de nuestro oficial. Esto es la culminación de la investigación preliminaria, ¿verdad? Pero como estábamos diciendo, esto no se termina aquí. Tenemos que verificar que fue la misma arma y hablar con sus familiares para tratar de resolver el hecho de que por qué lo hizo, ¿verdad? Porque eso es importante para la familia, para que ellos sepan qué sucedió. Eso es bastante emotivo para la familia de la víctima, bastante triste, pero a la vez ya sabemos que no hay ningún sospechoso allá que ande con una escopeta o con un arma y que pueda causarle daño a alguien o causarle daño a un oficial también.
Claro, entonces sabemos que él vino, alguien lo vio, recibieron llamadas, ¿quién fue que hizo esa llamada?
Fue una llamada de un ciudadano que vio algo sospechoso, ¿verdad? Aquí hay un memorial donde la gente había estado viniendo a pagarle sus respetos a la joven, y el hecho de que vieron algo fuera de lo común y haber llamado, tiene que haber estado haciendo algo fuera de lo normal, y eso es lo que nuestros oficiales están investigando ahorita, el por qué causó que alguien llamara a nuestro centro de despacho.
En cuanto al arma, ¿te parece que la descripción coincide con la misma que él habría utilizado para...?
Es similar, pero tenemos que hacer pruebas balísticas para verificar que sea la misma arma. Así sabemos que no hay ninguna otra arma que esté por ahí derrumbada, y si es la misma arma, pues eso nos ayudaría a no tener que buscar el hecho de que haya un arma por ahí.
Claro, ¿y qué esfuerzos estuvo haciendo la policía durante estos días que él estaba desaparecido?
Una búsqueda inmediata del área, estuvimos hablando con los familiares, estuvimos tratando de ver si él había usado alguna tarjeta de crédito, buscando récords para ver si podíamos ubicarlo, pero él, desde que sucedió el incidente, no supimos nada de él hasta esta mañana.
¿Algún mensaje para la familia? Nosotros habíamos conversado mucho con su mamá y ella temía esto que está pasando el día de hoy, incluso ya nos dijo para mí, mi hijo ya no está. Entonces,
Con la madre del sospechoso, pues sí, pues me imagino que es bastante triste para ellos también, ¿verdad? Perdieron un hijo, desafortunadamente le quitó la vida a la víctima, y la familia de la víctima es obviamente de suma importancia, ¿verdad? Pero también es triste para los familiares de él, ¿verdad? Porque él los expuso a algo que no era necesario, ¿verdad?
que para rastrearlo, había mencionado que no tenían alguna manera de rastrearlo durante estos días.
Sí, porque él no traía su teléfono con él, ni su vehículo, entonces él anduvo a pie, no había manera de encontrarlo nosotros, a menos de que fuéramos físicamente, y fue lo que estuvimos haciendo por los últimos 2 días.
Perfecto. ¿Alguna otra cosita? ¿Qué es lo que sigue ahora para la familia? ¿Aquí se acaba todo o cuál es?
La investigación continúa, obviamente tenemos que saber exactamente si es la misma arma, como dijimos, y también tratar de seguir hablando con la familia para ver por qué sucedió, ¿verdad? Y tratar de alguna manera dar un mensaje al público de que si son víctimas de violencia doméstica, cualquier cosa, que se comuniquen con alguien lo más pronto posible.
And what happens to the officer? I mean, actually, it happened in front of him. Does he get some counseling? What do y'all do?
Counseling is immediately offered for him, and he will get to speak to counselors and peer support groups as well.
And that's pretty much normal.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yes. Okay? You're welcome.
You're welcome.
We were outside all day yesterday.